First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, our holiday coverage kicks off with a good one here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Under. 19.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before it's brought down. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Here we go. 18. That's right.
Now Stroud. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. You talk about this Lions defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
And Stroud now to throw. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. This pass complete to Higgins. The 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Lions will take over at their own 31-yard line. looking to put a drive together. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Zay Flowers, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. You talk about this Lions defense. They find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Throwing now is Stroud. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, get him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7 out of 7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Stroud out of the gun here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Higgins. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. The throwing again is Stroud. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. The 7-yard line.
All right. 18.
Here's a give up the middle. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might...
Touchdown, Texans! Jaden Higgins from 4 yards out. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
So only even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
At the 45-yard line.
Now run by Gibbs. Down to the 42, second down. The Lions at 500, sitting at 5-5. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard. And they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 7. Operating from the gun, Preston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Back to throw. Preston. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's fourth down. And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Look, he's got him in, complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans have taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are. This team is treated a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Preston. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Preston. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Stroud looking to throw. Open man is Higgins. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Stroud. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
1st down. A gain of 27 on the play.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. first down. Farley. And he stopped immediately there. Kirby Joseph there to drop it. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Lions' 19-yard line.
Here's Stroud. His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins with career touchdown number 60. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Texans 21, Lions 7. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakdown pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Stroud off the play fake. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Farley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just saved those calls for this possession instead. Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Here we go, Shaq. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Preston. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. Good open field tackling there. 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now Stroud going to battle forward on the touch pass. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Stroud looking to change the play. Man in motion left. That's Collins. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Stroud to throw it. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46.
And the Texans, first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Houston.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Farley trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really
They've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
From the gun on third down, Stroud working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. The slot man in motion right.
First down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown, Houston.
Jalen Noel as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Come 19.
Now a play fake here on first down. Will Anderson collapses the pocket and drops it for a loss of 3.
The last run went so well for them. Maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
18, Pioneer.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Ready? 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
From the gun on third down, Preston. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Off play action. Preston. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
70 Lions.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They're going to try and throw.
That is incomplete.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll run on first down. Farley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Lions' 20-yard line.
19 Texans.
Back to throw. Stroud. He finds his man, complete. It's Higgins. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They didn't like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Out of the gun now on third down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Nico Collins.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year.
And the Texans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 8.
Operating from the gun, Preston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Off the play fake. Preston. Oh, an ill-advised throw down. It's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, Farley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
40-yard line.
All right. Hey, foul. Hey, uno.
They run the counter. Farley. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
3rd down and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Stroud. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Counter play, here's Gibbs. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Preston. That is caught. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trailed big here to begin quarter number 4. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Preston. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on his faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. A quick throw there is incomplete. The 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense is really struggling. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here we go. Hold on, bro.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge out to the field, fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any home left on the opposing sideline. And they want to do it. It's gusto, too.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
And the Texans, 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Farley. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Man in motion left. That's Collins. Now Stroud going to bat it forward on the touch pass. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
And they're on the 31-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Off play action. Preston. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll try and do this himself. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Texans.
On the quick, right?
On first down, Farley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
All right.
They run the counter. Farley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Stroud working out of the gun. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. He went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted him for or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This